You know, hip was a little iffy, but still got it in. Giggity. What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of AM Training. So this week is week 4 of Candito's 6-week program, and today I had squats, and squats did not feel, it was no bueno. The reason why I felt no bueno is because it just, everything felt heavy. I mean, even 405 felt heavy. Usually 405 is a piece of cake, it's so warm up, but it felt like 405 should have been my work set. But my work set was actually 455. I had to work my way up from 445, 450, 455 for sets of 3, and it just, man, the last set felt like it was a grinder. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if anything has changed over the course. I mean, everything should have been the same. It should have been pretty standard, pretty easy. I mean, I've done, 10 sets of 3 at 450, so 455 for a set of 3 should have been a piece of cake, but I felt like I was grinding it. I don't know what went on. Maybe, I was training with my friend this time, and my friend doesn't really train for strength, so he was working with 185 for his work set and doing multiple sets because I told him to work on his form, but I don't know what's going on. Maybe through osmosis I got weaker? Is that science? Let's just call today, a mediocre day, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow because tomorrow is bench day, and that's something I usually don't say. I don't look forward to bench day because it's my weakest lift, but in my gym, the owner is awesome because he listens to his people. He got us a official bench press, and it's freaking awesome. It's official bench powerlifting bench press, and you could actually unscrew the bench out and also squat, use it as a squat rack, of course, but it should be pretty good. So I'm pretty looking forward to getting rid of my poverty bench. One reason why I don't do so much intro workout commentary is because not only are people around, but all you're gonna hear during the commentary, because I'm so tired, is pretty much It is hot in here, sweat is going into my eye, it looks like I have baby oil on me, but it is just really hot today. But I'm gonna leave the windows up because I want you guys to hear this wonderful audio and my wonderful soothing voice, because that's what I do for you guys, YouTube. Today I bench press, and I just finished. Bench press was amazing. Like I said, I really owe that a lot to the bench because, I mean, it's a powerlifting bench. Everything, just all the little nuances when, having to bench press, it totally just worked out wonderfully because, like I said, the bench was wider, so it was a little bit more sturdy. It was bolted to the floor, so I could really drive through, and I wasn't sliding around everywhere. And like I said, the width of the bench definitely makes a big difference because I feel like I had a lot of support, and which is really important because my shoulders are so wide and my back is so thick that I definitely need all that support. So even down to the J hooks of the bench. So a lot of times bad benches, you have to kind of unrack and you lose position when you try to do your own lift off. This one is pretty good. It has that shallow J hook, so you can really just kind of pull down and continue to have that upper back tightness. And even comes down to where you can slide, you know, slide the bar back and forth and kind of get into that position. So a lot of things were going really well with bench press today. I think I might just be that guy that benches all the time. So I definitely will try to get rid of my poverty bench. And speaking of which, it's so funny because when I was in the gym, a guy was like, yeah, your bench press is really good. And I think I was blending into all the nice broness because we started to talk and he was like, yeah, I don't squat anymore. Squatting's bad for your knees. I see all these young guys squatting like heavy weight at 315 and it's just not bad. It's not good for my knees. And I'm like, he might have never seen me squat before, so I didn't tell him that I love squats. So I just kind of nod your head. You're like, oh yeah, squats are bad for your knees. You kind of just tune out from that point on. But yeah, he was like, yeah, I keep telling kids that it's not good for your knees. It's not. You shouldn't be squatting at all. And I was just like, oh, okay. So I guess me bench pressing totally worked out because I look like a bro and apparently it doesn't look like I do any legs, or it looks like I don't squat. So that might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. I just kind of nod your head when people start talking about squats, right, being bad. Later on in this video, I think this commentary was a little bit too long, but I do want to talk about bacon Pop-Tarts. We'll go ahead and talk about that later because right now I think it's so hot in here, I think these are already toasted. Alright guys, so there's a lot of things I want to talk about. I did promise that I would talk about maple bacon Pop-Tarts, but I will probably talk about this next video because there are more important things than that, which is hard to believe because I totally want to talk about that. But let's talk about my squat and bench day because you just saw that. Squat and deadlift day was a little rough because squats were solid, but you know, hip was a little iffy, but still got it in, giggity. And deadlifts, that was probably the hardest part. Giggity giggity. So the deadlifts were probably the hardest part of that workout because I had to work up to a either range of 1 to 3 reps with 520. I did like 2 halves, and I don't know if that counts as a whole, maybe 1 rep, but I think limiting factor was grip. I totally just kept letting go. I didn't know if I chalked up enough, but I think I'm gonna start incorporating hook grip. I've seen a lot of success with powerlifters going into hook grip and going from there. My friend Mike, he did a great job of transitioning through. I've lifted with Mike before, crazy strong guy with deadlifts. Kudos for him for really pounding the shit out of his thumbs and making his thumbs be his bitch. And then bench day was still solid with that wonderful bench that we're benching on. So anyways, let's talk about what I want to talk about. I want to talk about, that's a little redundant, I just signed up for a powerlifting meet. This will be my second powerlifting meet, and it's here in San Diego at California Elite Training Center. So this is a gym, if you're familiar with it. It is Gracie V's gym. She's awesome and she's pretty damn strong, so it's pretty cool. I think she might be a judge there, who knows. So the powerlifting meet is going to be September 3rd and 4th. I'm actually going to be competing on the Sunday, September 4th, because I'm going to be in the 198 class, raw division. So I'm hoping that my numbers definitely went up from last year. I'm hoping to hit maybe at least a 505 squat, 300 bench, and maybe a 560 deadlift, depending on how it feels. I didn't feel like I can do that the last deadlift day, but we'll go ahead and try it out. So those are the things. Another thing I also wanted to talk about was that I am starting a new program after this, Candito. I've never ran TSA before, but a lot of you guys were saying that you guys were hoping that I would run it. So I've been thinking about running TSA for a while, and I think it's just a solid program. It looks like it's well written. Everything comes down to even just the way that how you're feeling, so it's really auto-regulated. I like that, and I'm gonna see how it runs. So pretty happy and pretty excited about that, especially it's a 9-week program, and my powerlifting competition will be in about 12 or 13 weeks, so it's definitely gonna give me hopefully a nice peak in order to hit them PRs. So that's it for this video. So wish me luck in training, because I'm gonna try to kick my own ass for the next couple weeks in order to hit those PRs. Train hard, train smart.